In this video, we are going to learn 10 useful PowerPoint keyboard shortcuts for your daily projects. Number 1, insert a new slide. For instance, if I wanted to insert another slide, I can easily press Ctrl plus Shift M in order to insert a new slide. So this is the keyboard shortcut. Number 2, presentation mode. For instance, if I wanted to present this PowerPoint slide, there is a keyboard shortcut I can use in order to enter the presentation mode. In order to enter the presentation mode, I'm going to press F5, as you can see. So I'm now in the presentation mode. This is how you can use the keyboard shortcut to enter the presentation mode in your PowerPoint slide design. Number 3, group multiple objects. For instance, if I wanted to cut this section and paste it on a new slide, I can simply select everything. In order to select it, I'm going to highlight my cursor and drag it on it this way so that the two items can be selected. Better still, you can press on this first one at the top, then press Shift, then press the second one. So in order to group it, I'm going to press Ctrl G to group it as one. So once I'm able to group it, I can easily move it to wherever I want. So now I'm now going to cut it and paste it in another section. Number 4, save as. Prior to this time, I've saved this PowerPoint slide, but now I'm adding another slide. So I wanted to add as many slides as possible. So I'm going to right click and click on new slide. So I'm going to also right click and click on new slide. So I'm going to add one more slide. So I'm going to click on new slide, as you can see. So now this new one is now different from this one. So in order to save it as a new document, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift S in order to save it as another name. Ctrl Shift S on your keyboard. So you'll be able to save it using another name without interrupting the first one, without affecting the first one you have saved. So I can simply rename it as new PT or anything. Just name it and select any location you wanted to save it. So for instance, I wanted to save it under the documents, so I can leave it there, then save. So the two PowerPoint slides will be available uninterrupted. So I can simply view each of them as a single entity. So now this one is another entity. If you can see, the name has changed from the previous name. Now let me open the first one. This is the first one. As you can see, this is the first one. So it only has 2 slides, while this is the renamed one, which we have saved as another name. As you can see, this one has 5 slides currently. Number 5, increase font size. In order to increase the font size, for instance, I wanted to increase the font size of this text. So in order to do that, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift plus right angle brackets, as you can see. So you are going to press it multiple times in order to increase the font size. So this is how you can use the keyboard shortcut to increase the font size. Number 6, open the font dialog box. The font dialog box, you are going to select your text items that you wanted to format. Then you are going to press Ctrl Shift plus F on the keyboard. So as you can see, the font dialog box has been opened. So for instance, if I wanted to change the font color, now let me drag it to this side so that you can be able to see what I'm doing. If I wanted to change the font color, I can easily change it from black to blue. The style is going to be applied after I click OK. Once I'm done with the formatting, I'll be able to click on it. So now I can also bold it if I like. Then I can increase the font size from 40 to something like 80. Let me give it the font size of 80. And you can also change the font face. You can change it to something like Arial black. Now I'm going to change it to Arial black. Then you can give it any of this styling as well as possible. So you can also give it all caps, that is, everything will be in capital letter. Once I'm done with the styling, I'm going to click on OK. Then the styling is going to be applied accordingly, as you can see. So this is how you can use the font dialog box to format your text. Number 7, print document. If I wanted to print all dis slide, for instance now here I have 4 slide. If I wanted to print it, all I need to do is to press Ctrl P on the keyboard. Here I can select the number of copies that I want. I can use this arrow to select it, or I can simply type the number of copies that I wanted to print. Maybe I wanted to print 20 copies. Then I'm going to select the printer that I wanted to use. If I have any printer installed already, then I can click here to select if I want to print all slide, or if I want to select some slide that I wanted to print. Maybe I want to print some pages alone. So I can do all of those things here. Then so after I'm done, I can simply click on print. Number 8, ungroup multiple objects. Now if I wanted to ungroup this shapes or this graphic element, as you can see, once I move it, everything can be moved from one section to another. So now I wanted to ungroup it. So if I want to ungroup it, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift G on the keyboard. Once I press it, then I can be able to separate it, and I can be able to drag any one of them to any section that I like since I've ungrouped it. Number 9, open a new presentation slide. For instance, if I wanted to open a new slide so that I can start afresh working on a new slide presentation. So the only way I can do it is to press Ctrl N to open a new slide, as you can see. So this is another fresh page where I can start designing my PowerPoint slides. Number 10, open previously saved documents. For instance, if I wanted to open one of my slides that I've designed earlier on, I can simply press Ctrl O in order to open it, as you can see. So these are some of the slides that I've worked with in the past. So I can simply open any one of them, as you can see. So this is how you can open previously saved file or slide design in PowerPoint. Alright, this has bring us to the end of this video. If you really enjoyed this video, please do me a favor by subscribing to my channel. Also turn on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be updated. Thank you all. See you in my next video.